sitcom ending line to me, honestly. You know, just very heartfelt and the Superman song on the piano, just like, and it's like, oh wow, what a journey!
What a journey! Welcome to another episode of the More Cops on Duty podcast. I'm one of your hosts, Harry. With me, of course, is the alien to my predator, Edward Dools.
It's a little better than what was it last week? Like the trash to my garbage can or something?
The ant to my boot.
Something just horrible.
Dools, how are you today?
Yeah, I'm well.
How are you this week?
Quite well.
Quite well, still good?
Can't complain.
Dools, let's say someone's just popped onto Spotify, iTunes, Podbean, and
Is it Podbean or
Bean?
Beam?
Bean.
Like I've been saying beam. Yeah. As in like beam me
I've been editing this podcast and I've noticed that, but I'm just like, I'm not going to tell him.
Well, no, I know. I'm probably still going to say beam.
It's fine. It makes more sense if it's beam because it's beaming it to other...
Well, that's what I thought. Like, where's the bean come in Podbean?
I don't know. I
feel like we need to get to the bottom of this, but maybe not right now.
Dools, let's say someone just wanders onto this podcast for the first time.
And they probably want to know what this is.
What is it?
Well, look... You really just have no idea what you're getting into. Like last week, it was all about The Rock and Fast and Furious, Hobbs and Shaw, etc., etc. And the week before, but that's a rarity here. You know, we don't like to trade on, the similar territory too often. Look, we just gather around, we're having a couple of brewskis, we're just talking some film, we're talking some, video games when it makes sense, and this could be a very scrub-centric podcast today. We really don't know. I mean,
I'm up for a scrub pod.
If you're tuning in again, and Harry really doesn't like when I say this, but I have to question what you're doing with yourself because there's so many other better podcasts out there. I'm giving you a chance to. It's all right. You can leave. No, we're not going to know.
Dools, each and every week, I like to start off the very best podcast in the world with what we've been watching this week, or what we've been playing this week. You'll start because we both saw 2 movies together.
Yes.
Do you want to start with one? If you got anything else you want to start with, go ahead.
Sure. Well, I mean, I think we're going to probably talk about one slightly more than the other. Do we want to leave like the bigger one second?
Is the big one that we saw Monday?
Yes.
Okay, sure.
So we saw most recently, I think it was Thursday night, If Beale Street Could Talk.
Yes.
Now this I think came out, quite a while ago in the States, but it's just hit cinemas here in Australia.
Directed by Barry Jenkins.
So, reliably puts out pretty good films.
Most notably Moonlight.
Yeah. So Moonlight I thought was exceptional and, that got a lot of Oscar attention. Will this get that same attention? No, but I think it's in the conversation for a few categories.
It didn't get nominated at least.
No, not a ton of stuff. I think like original screenplay was maybe its most notable nomination.
I think it's adapted.
Or adapted,
It's adapted.
Yeah, because it's based on a novel, you're right. So the film was excellent, I thought. I really enjoyed it. It was very heartfelt, touching. I wasn't really sure what to expect. I kind of went in thinking like, oh, is this like maybe a period piece? Like, just maybe during the Civil Rights era.
Adapted screenplay, correct.
In, the Bronx of Harlem, I think is where the Harlem, which is... Yeah, I think it was set. But no, it was a very... Like, that was the backdrop. Like, that kind of, very kind of racially tense period of time. That played second... That was like a secondary story to what was...
It was like a character.
It was a very tight, concise, character-driven story about Alfonso and... Oh my God, I'm forgetting his wife's name.
Ellie?
Ellie might have been.
I'll double check. Continue.
So basically the gist of it is it's being told through her eyes, like, certain flashbacks here and there, but it's like about their relationship and, and that's being explored.
Not even close.
Not even close?
Tish.
Okay. Tish and Alfonso. So yeah, Tish and Alfonso. Tish kind of recounts certain events throughout their relationship and simultaneously a present day story is occurring where both families of Tish and Alfonso are trying to get him out of prison because he's been
wrongfully accused
of raping a girl, and there's a whole story there, and it's really well told and great performances from the 2 leads. I don't think I've seen them anywhere. They might be unknowns, or they might have done just very small projects prior to this. But I thought they were excellent, especially Alfonso. I thought was really really good. So yeah, I mean, what do you think?
He was in Selma. He was in Race. I
Probably small roles though. Like this would definitely be his first, maybe like big lead,
major, yeah. I loved it. I thought it was like a testament to how storytelling can be done really well. And like as you said, like the main story was this love story between Tish and Alonso.
Fonzo.
It's Alonso. They called him Fonny though.
Yeah.
Like at first I thought it was Alonso. At first I thought it was Alfonso because it was funny. It made sense, but nah. Good old Barry Jenkins like do the 1-2 on us. But
Classic Baz.
classic,
Big Bad Bazza.
Classic. But so that's obviously what the main story was, that kept like the connection between each time period that they were in. It was that connection between Fonny and Tish. But definitely the backdrop of like the neighborhood that they were living in and the racial divide that they were like living through and having to deal with. But it was still so beautiful, and they like really represented on that. Like just like small little shots of, well, cinematography needs to be commended here as well. That every shot was magnificent. Like
there was a particular part where, and we don't want to spoil the contents of the conversation because it's like a really profound and dark conversation, but Alonso is catching up with an old friend of his,
Daniel Carty.
Yeah, who I believe is in.
He's in Atlanta.
There it is, and he's basically
Widows.
They haven't seen each other in a while. Clearly, I think one of them said 2 years, and he basically was just like, his friend was just like, dude, I just got out of the slammer, like, you know, only 3 months ago. I was in there for 2 years. And Alonso's like, Jesus, man, like, what was it like in there? He's just like, and they really get into it, and then there's this shot, just kind of like just over the shoulder kind of shot, focusing on his face, and like, you know, you can just like see
fear.
Yeah, the darkness, and like you can kind of see these memories returning to him as he's describing. Like he's just like, because as Lonnie's trying to comfort him and be like, hey man, you're out now, you know, you're young, you got your whole life ahead of you. He's just like, you know, man, I hear what you're saying, I appreciate what you're saying, but you don't know what it's like in there, or like, yeah, you haven't been in there, like. And so, and it was just the way he said it, and the way the camera was fixated on him in that moment, like, yeah, something powerful about that.
Yeah, no, I agree.
So I agree with what you're saying about cinematography. So,
I loved how every single character was done so well, just from like the Tish's parents that you only see for a scene or two, and Tish's sisters where you only see for a scene, but they like really resonate. I think
you have Lonnie,
sorry. Yeah, no, I am sorry. Yep, you are correct. Yeah. I'm thinking of, Lonnie's sisters. But also Tish's sister that, like, you don't see much, but, like, you can see just how much, like, her mother and father have, like, raised these children to learn what respect and support and love is.
Well, immediately within the first maybe 10 minutes, so I think it opens with Tish's visiting Lonnie in jail, but then it cuts back to her going home, and you know she has to break the news that she's pregnant to her family, and
she like, first tells it to the mum.
Like immediately when the family gathers around, and you know and the mum pulls them all a drink, and she's like, you know, go on, Tish, and you know, and she tells him, and the dad kind of just sitting there gobsmacked for a second, just snaps out of it and goes, I'm gonna be a granddaddy, like, you know, just runs to the phone. He's like, I'm calling everyone, like, you know, and it's just like immediately you get this great sense of family, like, and it's been like a couple minutes that you've seen them together. And it's just a testament to like, the script writing and
the acting,
just like, so
absolutely. But all in all, definitely go see this film. I think it's going to go completely under the radar for a lot of people, and it's going to become one of those films in years that people.
Well, it's definitely one about. Like if you're in Australia, it's definitely one of those films where you got to go to more of those boutique cinemas to see them. It was only showing at one Hoyt cinema that we could see when I was looking it up. So I was like, it's a little disappointing, but I mean that's probably the bandwidth that some of these distributors only have. So
yeah, exactly. But I thought like our reviews up on the Instagram, putting it up today, up on the Instagram now. Definitely go see it. Give it a like, give it a share, give us a follow. We broke 100 follows.
Come on. Chuck us that like.
Also, by the way, Kevin, you still haven't emailed us.
Harry, Kevin's gone. He's dead.
Kevin's dead.
Kevin's fucking dead, dude.
Dools.
His mum killed him for listening to our garbage podcast. She's like, you could do so much better.
Dools, we saw Alita Battle Angel.
Oh, there it is, yeah.
Directed by Robert Rodriguez, produced by James Cameron.
What was his last?
By James
oh, really? Oh, interesting. Yeah. James Cameron, man. I wonder if do you have a story about him later on that Aquaman related?
Oh, yes, I do.
Okay, good, because
That was a funny quote,
I
right?
wouldn't mind. Yeah, I wouldn't mind dissecting that one a little bit. Anyway, we'll get to that. So Robert Rodriguez, what were his last movies? I remember you telling me
Let me just get the director. Just directing.
So
he does everything basically.
Yeah, I think he's done a lot of producing. Well,
he directed the Dusk Till Dawn series, the TV series, but most notably, the last thing that he directed was Sin City 2. He did Machete Kills. Did 2011? He did Spy Kids 4.
Okay, so but he did the original Spy Kids, didn't he?
He did indeed. Yeah.
Okay, so
he's done all the Spy Kids.
So his background with kind of crazy action, just kind of dumb, mindless, fun movies. I think compared to his back catalogue, I think Alita is a serious step up.
Yes.
I thought it was a very well made film. Don't go in expecting if Bill Street could talk level, profundity in the script writing and story, but this is like a really fun.
You can hear that, by the way.
This is like a really fun,
Sorry. Continue.
Fun action movie that I think it feels almost like exactly like Aquaman in this regard, where it's just like, is this Oscar bait? Fuck no, but it's a lot of fun to watch.
Absolutely. I really liked it, but it's exactly what you said. Like it's a sci-fi action movie. The story's very predictable, but the world building I thought was so ambitious. Maybe a little bit too ambitious. Like there's a lot of people saying that it's not going to get a sequel because it's not doing well in the box office.
Oh, isn't it?
Apparently the opening weekend in America did not do well. I think got like 30 mil.
That's strange because I can't think of anything else big that's come out to like kind of take away from it.
Yeah. I reckon
I guess people just aren't seeing movies at the moment.
Maybe, but I think that's definitely going to pick up in the coming weeks though. With
I wouldn't count it as a sequel. I mean, it has James Cameron's backing, and
I agree. But seriously, the world building in this is exceptional. Like the sport of motorball, even the small things, the warrior hunters, is that what they call it? Hunter warriors. Where Christoph Waltz, towards the beginning of the film, literally just is in public, gets out this giant pickaxe with a rocket on the end of it, and people don't even think that's weird. That's the type of
I
world
got serious Bloodborne vibes when I saw him in the shadows with that thing. I was like, what the hell?
But every action sequence is done cinematographically perfectly. That's not a word, but you know what I mean. It looks amazing. It's in Marvel splendor. It's gorgeous. It's fucking fun. The story is a bit lackluster. Some of the characters are incredibly lackluster. But there is some cameos that we won't spoil that are really good. The one towards the end that we No one could have seen.
And heaps random.
Yeah.
That's why it was things like that, and certain things that happen to certain characters that made me feel like, oh yeah, they're clearly setting up for a sequel, or this is meant to be part one of whatever many.
Yeah.
But this is based on I don't know, I think an anime show or maybe a manga series. I'm not really sure, but so I mean, there's definitely already a lot of source material there for them to work with. So I mean, if it does well enough for a sequel, I'm sure we'll see one. But I have no doubt that this did not have a small budget. So
I agree.
That is also indicative. Should people go see this movie, Has?
Yes, absolutely. We put it up a review on the Instagram. We said that it definitely needs to go see in the cinema, especially just for the visual effects.
Yeah,
it's outstanding. But Dools, what do you reckon?
Yeah, I reckon you should go see it. I mean, it's it's a CGI fest, but it's a good one in the sense that these are from the Weta Digital guys. So Weta Digital, they and Weta,
that's James Cameron's company, right?
No, Peter Jackson's.
Peter Jackson.
He started it, I think, in '99 around the time Fellowship of the Ring came out, and it basically started as Weta Workshop, which was responsible for all the impeccable set design, costume design for the Lord of the Rings films, and then Weta Digital was a spin-off which focused more on visual effects, and they've done Infinity War, I think the first Avengers, ton of other Marvel movies. and Avatar and a bunch more. And like these guys are at the top of their game, and they're just a small little Kiwi studio, so it's pretty cool. And so yeah, I mean that's why yeah, it's a CGI fest, but I mean it still is visually stunning. So.
Yeah, have you seen all the like behind the scenes of like the actually Alita being made, like the difference between the actress? And
No,
the
I should. She looks. I mean, she already has huge eyes. That girl. So I mean, it doesn't really. It doesn't even really look like that far of a stretch.
Yeah,
for the character.
Exactly. Dools, have you seen or played anything? Have you seen or played anything else during the week?
Anything of substance? I can't. I mean, I'm continuing the slog. Well, not the slog, but the.
Oh yeah, where are you up to in Game
serious
of Thrones?
undertaking that is Game of Thrones.
Where are you up to?
I've nearly finished season 1.
That's not bad.
Yeah,
that's not bad.
Oh, I've got I'm up to episode 7, so I technically have 4 episodes left. So
about halfway through.
Yeah, 2/3. I mean, I'm loving it, man. Again, like it is really fucking cool to just know what we know up until being up to date and know what we know, and just rewatching and seeing all the little seeds being planted, and just like, wow, they like. I mean, obviously it's based on the books, and the books were doing the same thing, but still, it is awesome to see it being brought to life. Like even something as simple as like at the start, where and you wouldn't give it any second thought, but they find all the little direwolf cubs, and I think Jon's the one who finds them, and he's just like, oh, Lord Stark, like I mean, there are 5 cubs here. There are 5 Stark children. The direwolf is a sigil of House Stark. I think the Stark children are meant to have these cubs. He's like, fine, you'll raise them, you'll feed them, and if they die, you'll bury them. Blah blah blah. And as they're walking away, Jon hears a little whimper, and there's a 6th cub there, and it's the runt, and and Theon's like, oh, that one's yours, Snow, and it's just like, oh, but why would he get a cub? And of course we know why, and it's just little things like that, and you really pick up on them. It's just the world building there. If you want an expert world building, it's Game of Thrones. It's
true.
So
nice. I reckon you might get there. It'll be a tough slog.
Well, no, yeah, I'll get there. I haven't started the Marvel rewatch though, which I fucking need to. Where are you being continuing?
So I'm 4 episodes in of the episodes. I'm 4 movies in. I've seen Iron Man, Incredible Hulk, Thor, and Captain America.
So you're past you Incredible Hulk and Thor.
That was
actually no. Well, I actually like all those movies, but I mean, I know you aren't the biggest fan of Incredible Hulk.
Yeah, Incredible Hulk, I think, is the
Thor 1 is actually good. I actually like Thor 1.
Thor 1's enjoyable. It's
Dark
fun.
World.
Thor 1's enjoyable. Yeah.
And what do you think of Cap this time around? I really do like the first
It's
Cap
good.
movie.
Like, I remember not liking it as much as I do now. But no, it's definitely the weaker of the trilogy.
Oh, yeah.
I think everyone can agree that. But it's a good film. It's Chris
really...
Evans is just such a likable actor.
Yeah. I mean, he perfectly encapsulated Steve Rogers from the get-go. But and he's like, oh god. But it's awesome watching all the characters over the movie. Like they've just perfectly captured their transformations and evolutions over the films. And it's like fuck. Like there would be to play the same character over and over again. There's something to that, but to understand how they move forward and how they change as people as well over time. It's like, fuck, like, yeah, there'd be something to that.
How do you feel, Cap? Taller. So good. Dools, should we get into the news of the week?
Let's do it.
Give me a jingle.
Oh, it's the news of the week, baby.
Nice. All right. So I got some things that you might... So each and every week, Dools, we play Talk or Trash. I give you a headline, you say we talk about it, or we throw in the trash, right?
Run the trash.
All right. Dools, should we start off big or should we end big?
There
is so much shit that we can talk about.
There will be a few caveats here mainly because I'll want to so badly throw it in the trash.
Yes.
Such as something regarding James Cameron. But we're going to have to talk about it. So, but please.
All right,
start us off.
Frozen 2 trailer came out. Did you see it?
Harry, where's your bin?
It's actually a really good trailer. It's actually a really well made trailer, and I think you'd enjoy it. I really recommend watching it.
I haven't seen the first one. I'm not gonna watch the first one. I'm not gonna watch the second one.
Fair enough. That's fair enough. All right, Dools. Josh Brolin has joined the Dune cast for Denis Villeneuve's Dune.
That still sounds so incorrect.
Denis Villeneuve's.
Villeneuve's?
No, Villeneuve's.
I'm going to need you to pull up.
I will. But Dools, as I said, we talked about Dune 2 weeks ago, right?
There's also been another cast member added.
Really?
There's been another actor
Who?
added since. There's actually a compiled list on IGN. I think there are a few more people added. But I think Jason Momoa is the latest addition. So,
dude, this cast is getting bigger and bigger and bigger.
He's just getting like the biggest fucking dudes in Hollywood. As in physically speaking.
Yeah. Like, because Josh Brolin,
we've got Thanos and Aquaman in June. Like, come on.
Big dude. So it's coming out Thanksgiving, so around November 2020.
Oh, that's still so far away.
I know, but that will come quickly, man. Honestly,
yeah.
Like Villeneuve's.
Okay, but I wouldn't mind hearing. Anyway, it's fine.
It's fine. I'll show you later. But yeah, no. This film, I think we can both agree, is slowly becoming one of the tent poles of 2020.
We don't want to hype ourselves up too much, but at the same time, I think I will, just because this guy hasn't disappointed me. Other films I've seen of his, they've only progressively gotten better. So, Prisoners and Arrival, maybe Prisoners slightly better. Prisoners was exceptional. I really liked Arrival.
Sicario.
I did like Sicario. I think cinematography-wise, it was excellent. I had a few other issues with it. But, and then still, honestly, maybe in my top 5 movies of all time, or top 10 for sure, Blade Runner 2049.
It's an exceptional film.
Yeah, so I mean, yeah. He's on that, he's in that pantheon of directors where it's just like, just can't wait to see what he does next.
Absolutely. Okay, well, I want to end with that one. Dools, the Star Wars project from the Game of Thrones showrunners is now confirmed as a trilogy. Now, I'll put it this way. Let's say that they take the storyline of where we are at now for Star Wars, take it back thousands of years, and we can do an Old Republic trilogy. This would be perfect for the Game of Thrones guys.
Yep.
This would be...
You got to give them as much creative freedom as possible, and to get a little, strange with it. Maybe a little dark. Because I mean,
super dark, yeah.
Yeah, these guys. I think there's definitely room for that in Star Wars, and that's what we were hoping for with the I think now cancelled Boba Fett anthology film, where maybe we're going to see the underworld, the slums, and we got a sneak peek of it in Solo, but it was still very happy-go-lucky in areas. So if there is room for, and Star Wars will always have its quirks and charms and laughs, but you can make it gritty, you can make it dark, and I think these are the guys to do it. We're definitely not going to get it from Rian Johnson's trilogy, so yeah, I think these guys are. I can't wait.
It's gonna be good. All right. Next point. There's a lot to fucking talk about. Dools, the Pirates of the Caribbean reboot has lost its writers, and the writers were who wrote Deadpool. They've lost them. What do you reckon?
Yeah,
trash.
Why are they rebooting it already? And who asked for it?
That's a great question.
I need you to throw that right into the trash.
Okay. Bond 25 is receiving a rewrite as well, but it's from the writer of the Bourne Ultimatum.
Okay.
It makes sense. That's basically a gritty Bond.
Oh, dude. Yeah. I would argue Casino Royale is grittier than actually the Bourne films.
Really?
Yeah.
There was always the question going around of who would win in a fight between Bond and Bourne.
I mean, if it's just straight up fists and there's no preparation beforehand, Bourne. But if there's preparation, I think Bond and his gadgets will, wipe the floor with him.
Yeah, I reckon Bourne gets dirtier.
Yeah,
I honestly think Bourne gets dirtier.
I actually really liked that soft reboot with Matt Damon. I hope they're not done with him. They probably are though.
Jason Bourne.
Yeah, just the Jason Bourne film from 2016. Good. Yeah,
that was good. Yeah. Fuck, we are rinsing through these. Let's stop and talk about one of them.
All
right.
Well, no, hold on. So that's a little concerning, actually. I mean, why was there any more information on?
Well, it's getting a.
I guess that was inevitable because they only got in that True Detective guy, Cary Fukunaga, probably butchered that, to direct, and he probably wasn't necessarily going to write.
No,
because I think Danny Boyle was writing and directing.
Yeah.
So like I said, that's not actually that surprising.
Yeah. It's also got pushed back 3 months to, I think it's July 2020 now that it's coming out, which is fine.
Dude, why? I really need a win with Bond. I can't take any more.
Oh, dude, Spectre killed you. Spectre hit you hard. It wasn't good.
It had such and I remember like we're watching it and the opening was so good that I'm like, holy shit, it's actually going to be amazing. And then it just just fucking
Yeah,
crashed.
the Day of the Dead scene was awesome. It was all one shot.
The one shot, the tracking shot, following Bond, like he's just moving throughout this crowd and like, yeah. Anyway, it is what it is.
Dools, do you want to talk some James Cameron?
I don't think we have much choice.
So, 2 things on James Cameron. Have you heard the leaked Avatar titles? And they're now confirmed as true for now, he says.
Oh, God.
Have you heard
Give them to me.
Okay,
I haven't heard them.
All right.
Wait. For all fucking 5 sequels?
1, 2, 3, 4. I got 4.
Okay.
Well, yeah, then, because...
Dude, how fucking arrogant do you have to be like, I'm going to make 5 sequels all at once?
Oh, well, he's making 4 because he's got Avatar 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 now. So it's just 5 in total.
He was going
to make a 6th, but he'd cut one.
That fucking...
Dude, imagine this. They're 3 hours apiece. We got 12 more hours on that fucking planet.
And I'm going to subject myself to all of them. They're going to be... 2, I think, could be good. But I'm telling you right now...
So, you know my...
It's going to be like a slow car crash, like right before our very eyes.
So,
anyway.
you know what we're going to talk about, that second point on James Cameron, right?
Yes.
So, Avatar 2 is reportedly titled Avatar: The Way of Water. Avatar 3 is Avatar: The Seed Bearer. Avatar 4 is Avatar: The Tolkien Rider. And Avatar 5 is Avatar: The Quest for Awa.
And that's... Wait, Awa. And oh God.
Zoe Saldana, is that?
Yeah, that's okay.
Is
So,
it?
I mean, that's a bit of a spoiler, telling us that she makes it that far.
Yeah.
Anyway.
It kind of is. Are you in any way excited about these films?
Dude, not at all. Like, I literally... Like, I have no... Like,
No, Zoe Saldana's Natiri.
Awa. Okay,
I have
interesting.
no idea who Awa is.
Yeah, whatever.
I also just do not care. I'm sure Awa will come up.
It's so unusual. Like, he can't be so stupid as to realize that Avatar was a product of its time, and it was unbelievably stunning for a CGI film. Like, no one's going to deny that it set a new benchmark for visual effects in film, but story-wise, it was just fucking Dances with Wolves, but with blue people.
Yeah, and Pocahontas.
Yeah, there was nothing revolutionary about the story at all. That's why, if he had to borrow from that for the first film, what the fuck are the fucking 4 others going to be about?
I know. And because why would you title it this far out?
It only did as well as it did because it was just like everyone's talking about it. It just had like unbelievable word of mouth and like, oh, you got to see this. Like, this is like, phenomenal, and a ton of people saw it a few times, whatever. Because it was just like, oh, you're going to make sure you see it in 3D, and I'm sure there were lots of second viewings in that regard. But is it going to set a new benchmark for visual effects? I don't see how it could. We just saw Alita Battle Angel. It was great. It was visually speaking, and he had played a big role in that.
Excuse me.
But when's the first one due? Next year?
End of next year.
So by then, are we going to see huge leaps and bounds like the first one took? It's possible, but at the same time, I don't think so. And then if the narrative
especially with things
if the narrative can't hold up, then these films have literally nothing to offer.
I feel like with films like Endgame and Infinity War out now, well, by then it won't look as impressive.
Well, great, Disney
as
have
it
the
did back
cash.
in 2009.
Yeah, because Disney, like, everyone's on par now. Like, Lion King's going to look amazing. Endgame, yeah, as you said. I mean, so I don't know, bro. I really don't know what he's thinking making 4 sequels.
Yeah. Is he thinking this is his Star Wars?
Yeah, he clearly wants to turn it into something, and but no one stopped to say to him like, don't you think, like, just hold on for a second. Maybe the first one was a flash in the pan. Like, calm down.
Yeah, he's that
fucking arrogant, bro.
That old saying of like, you're thinking about if you can, you're not thinking about if you should.
Yeah. What was the last great film he made that he directed?
I'll look it up. Continue.
The last great one, and I'm not including Avatar.
Oh, I wouldn't include. I'm not. I've been very vocal. I'm not a fan of Avatar. Like, I think at the first viewing, it was okay to watch.
It was a lot of fun to watch the first time because you're like, oh my god, like this looks beautiful. This is amazing. But like, and then you realize how paper thin the plot is, and you're like, okay, like come on.
Okay, so the last good movie he's directed, and we're not including Avatar, is Titanic in 1997.
Sweet, merciful Christ. What was in between that?
So 2016, he made a TV movie, Turok. Avatar in 2009, Aliens in the Deep, which is a documentary, Ghost of the Abyss, documentary, Expedition, documentary, Dark Angel, one TV episode.
Films though,
Yeah, so TV movies, a ship, and then the last movie he did was 1997 Titanic. I don't think he's as revolutionary as people think he is.
He's not. I mean, Terminator 1 and 2 are excellent. Aliens is great, but... And
True Lies, exceptional.
I mean, like, he's obviously held to such a high regard because Avatar, Titanic, they're two of the highest grossing films of all time. Yeah. And that's pretty impressive. It's fucking impressive.
He does have a name. He definitely has a name.
But...
Like, producer. Let's look in the producers, right?
Dude, maybe... I mean, we could be dead wrong. It could... Like, if Avatar 2 is, like, this huge comeback and turns out to be amazing and he's, like... And we all of a sudden really care about the world building that he's attempting and... We care about these characters. Like, I think there's maybe a 10% chance of that happening, but you never know. So, I mean, I'd actually love to be wrong. You know, we could always use more, you know, new, like, interesting franchises. Because it technically would feel like a new franchise, because it'll have literally been 11 years since the first movie.
Yeah.
So, you know, if there's competition for Disney and stuff, then, yeah, sweet. But
speaking of water, Dools. James Cameron has spoken out about what he thinks of the film Aquaman. James Wan's Aquaman. Quote, he said to Yahoo, he said, I think it's a great film. I think it's great fun, sorry. They can hear that, by the way. They can hear that. I think it's great fun. I think it's a movie that I could never have made. Truthfully, I could never made that film because it requires the total dreamlike disconnect from any sense of physics or reality. It exists somewhere between a Greek mythic a landscape and a fairy tale landscape, and people just zoom around water because they propel themselves mentally, I guess. I don't know. But it's cool, you buy it on your own terms, but I've spent thousands of hours underwater. I'm literal about my underwater. It needs to look like it's real, and while I can enjoy that film, I don't resonate with it because it doesn't look real.
That's gotta be up there with some of the stupidest shit I've ever heard in my life. Like, what?
Like, you can't make a film like Avatar.
They're fucking Atlanteans. Like, it's... What do you mean they're propelling themselves mentally? What do you mean, like, you can't believe it? What? It's...
Like, I know. Like, is a guy that made a film about blue people flying dragons
I don't believe there wasn't enough room for Jack on that fucking raft.
Yeah.
Alright? So
who are you to talk about reality?
I've spent thousands of hours underwater. I know water. Alright, okay, James. Just like fucking. This is the man's ridiculous, dude. How old is he these days? Maybe he's got dementia.
Maybe. He is born in 54. Continue. I'll get his age.
Okay, so he's like 65 or something. Yeah.
But I don't think that's a really good thing to say about Aquaman. Like, Aquaman, in essence, it's just a comic book.
But that just sounds petty. Like, imagine being James Wan. You probably look up to James Cameron and he just says something really, like, a really fucking, like, just, like, that's not even as constructive criticism. That's just fucking silly.
Yeah.
It's like, honestly, it just sounds like he's jealous. Like, of like, oh shit, that movie's fucking beautiful. Because Aquaman did boast some incredibly beautiful scenes like that, like the underwater city and stuff.
The underwater Coliseum match. Awesome.
And dude, like, imagine if they had to swim around like real people and had like the force of underwater, like, you know, because of course, like, the pressure of being that low in water, but these people have been acclimated to, And they explain all this, like, even as stupid as it is, it's just like, you have to suspend disbelief for this stuff. I suspended disbelief when, they fucking combined their little fucking ponytails and did all that weird shit. God, I fucking hate that movie.
Should we get off James Cameron?
All right, let's do it.
Dools, did you see the trailer for Yesterday?
No.
The film that you sent it to me.
Oh. Wait, well, what was it about again?
The one about the Beatles.
Oh, shit, yeah, of course, yeah, sorry.
Speaking of Danny Boyle before, Danny Boyle's new film Yesterday, written by the guy that wrote Love Actually. Yesterday, it's about a guy, at the beginning of the trailer, he gets hit by a bus, and he wakes up in a world that the Beatles don't exist in. So he starts writing Beatles songs.
Such a random specific plot, I love it.
It's so good, right?
Yeah.
So he starts writing Beatles songs and becomes
I actually had to stop
musician.
Maybe 2/3 of the way in of the trailer because I was like, it's giving away too much. But oh, dude, it's such a cool concept.
Great, original, fun concept.
Like, I actually can't wait to see this. I'm there day one for this. It looks awesome.
So yeah, Danny Boyle directing, but what a brilliant little concept. It really reminds me of.
Did we ever release that?
It's just 2020 that we get.
Oh,
no, 2019. Sorry, no, it does say 2019. I guess. There we go. July. No, that's not right. That's when it started production.
Oh, God. Can he get anything right, ladies and gentlemen? Anything.
28th of June 2019.
Beautiful.
Finally. So it stars Lily James, who's famed from Baby Driver. And it's... I'm trying to find... Because they always put him at the big end of the cast list. Himesh Patel. I think it's introducing him as well, and so he looks brilliant. He looks like perfect in the role. So yeah, I'm super excited for this film. I love how unique and original the idea is. It's one of those ideas that people just look at it and be like, "Fuck, why didn't I think of that?"
Yeah, it's so
brilliantly simple.
And this might be the closest thing we'll get to a Beatles biopic. Just with getting to see all the songs played live and stuff, and yeah.
I love how central it is around what we view today and what we listen to today. Like Ed Sheeran plays a big part in it. He's on James Corden's Late Late Show. It has a lot to do with YouTube, and it's really like Beatles in the modern times, which is awesome. I'm super excited. I can't wait for that. I love little films like that. I just love how original it is.
Yeah.
Talking about trailers, Jules. Did you see that Aladdin trailer where they showed off Genie for the very first time?
Oh dear. Unfortunately.
What do you reckon about Genie?
Look, to be completely honest, I don't hold those Disney films, with the exception of The Lion King, to such high... they're great movies, but they're not so sacred to me as they are to some other people. So, but Robin Williams, his role as Genie, his performance, while just lending a voice, was still he really did bring...
It was iconic.
Such charisma and life to that role. So and so it became iconic as a result. It just will Smith's performance be good? I'm sure Will Smith he's great, bro. But I think everyone's just hung up on the way he looks, and he looks fucking
stupid.
Yeah, exactly.
He looks like I think perfectly to describe it. He looks like one of those Snapchat filters where you do the face swap.
Yes. Yeah. It's all it's a little jumbled. It's not quite right. Yeah.
Exactly. Is there would you? So do you think that casting Will Smith is a mistake?
Well, no. I don't think the casting is the problem. I think it's just the way he looks. Who else would you imagine in the role?
Jack Black?
Yeah.
I could definitely see Jack Black. I could even see The Rock, dude. I could absolutely absolutely see The Rock doing it. Or
to pay homage to Robin Williams, you get fucking Billy Crystal.
Yeah. Yeah. I really like Will Smith in almost everything. He's the type of guy I'd see a movie just because he's in it.
Yeah.
Because Will Smith gets a lot of hate. Doesn't get hate from me, but just the look of this fucking character is bad because it obviously, to me, it shows that the creators of the film, including Guy Ritchie, so they got Will Smith, so they have to show that they have Will Smith. So they made the genie look like Will Smith.
Yeah.
When you didn't have to do that. Like, you got the voice of him, and you got because he can sing, he can rap, which I'm sure this is what the genie's going to do.
Oh God, are we going to get genie raps?
We're going to get a genie rap. But, like, you just got to think of it in a way that you don't have to make him look like Will Smith. And I'm sure they've used this trailer as a sort of like a tester of what people think, and they're going to use that and change it slightly.
I hope so. I hope they're not above criticism and can kind of look at what people are saying and being like, yeah, we can probably do better.
Yeah.
And I showed it to you, like, there's like a little fan edit online where they just tweaked the face a bit, made the eyes a little bigger, and I think the chin bigger, and like it was like, oh shit, that looks pretty good, and it was that easy. So I mean, you know, they shouldn't be above, and hopefully Will Smith isn't fucking above having his face, you know, change a little bit for the benefit of a film. Hopefully he's not so fucking egotistical. I have no idea, but he could be, because I remember, I always think of that story about Will Smith, how he turned down the role of Django because he wasn't the lead. It's like, come on. Because he pretty much was.
Yeah,
but
Django, he's the titular role.
Yeah.
He also came out with a video this week explaining why he turned down The Matrix. He was going to be Neo.
Oh.
And he was saying that, like, because he did Independence Day, and he's just like, I don't want to be the guy known for alien movies. So then he originally turned down Men in Black, and Steven Spielberg's just like, why don't turn this down? And he's just like, I just don't want to be associated with alien movies. He's like, I get that, but don't use your brain on this one. Use my brain. And Will Smith's like, the guy did create Jaws, so I did it. And then he
did Spielberg direct Men in Black?
No, he produced.
Oh, okay.
So did he direct?
Okay, that's because I've never seen them.
No, I'm pretty sure he just produced.
Yeah, there's no way. I would.
Yeah, he just produced.
Yeah, okay.
Barry Sonnenfeld directed. But yeah, he got offered The Matrix, and he said that what he didn't get was how they pitched it to him. It was just like, just think about this, man. Just think about this. You jump, and then you stop jumping while you jump. You're in midair and you jump, and the camera just rotates around, and everyone can see you jump at the same time, and that's how you fight. He's just like, it just didn't sell me at all. And he's just like, but think about it this way.
That's a terrible way to sell The Matrix.
Right? He's like, think about it this way. If I had taken the role, then Lawrence Fishburne wouldn't have been Morpheus, because they wouldn't have had two black guys. They were looking at Val Kilmer for Morpheus.
I think they did the right thing.
Yeah, he's like, so technically, you're welcome, world. So he's like, but
yeah. Lawrence Fishburne's so iconic as Morpheus.
Absolutely. But yeah, no, I agree. But yeah, it's on his YouTube channel. Definitely go check it out. It's only a 3-minute video, but it's really fun view to watch it. Dools, I got at least one point of game news that we can talk about. I feel like there was more, but I forgot what there is. But Nintendo did their Switch Direct a couple days ago, and a little film that they like to close out with, Link's Awakening, is coming to Switch, and they showed some gameplay, and it looks good. Looks real good.
You were right there.
Looks real good, Dools.
I think you said a little film. So
did I? Sorry, little game.
This is a video game. Yeah. So I've never played Link's Awakening. I think it's just it's like a full blown remake. Has beautiful art direction. It's like a mix between the cell shaded and that same little cartoony style that we saw in A Link Between Worlds, which I think was the second most recent top down Zelda game. So
yeah.
I'm all in, man. It looks so fucking good. I gobble up every and any Zelda games that they put out. Very keen.
Yeah. All right. Do you have any other game news that you can think of?
Well, I mean, I think Apex Legends seems to be doing.
I just downloaded that.
Yeah, it seems to be doing really well. Like, I think it's exceeding EA's expectation. Oh, sorry, Activision's. No,
it is.
No, EA's expectations. So it's made by Respawn, the guys who did Titanfall, and I personally actually think Titanfall 2 is one of the best shooters like this generation, and unfortunately not many people played it or bought the game, so that's why I think I think Titanfall, the franchise, is on the back burner. But I think if Apex does well, that's reason for them to do Titanfall 3. And so if that's the only reason that happens, then I hope Apex fucking makes them millions. And it does seem to be doing really well for them currently. Like,
everyone that's played it is giving it exceptional reviews.
It seems to already be eating up a bit of Fortnite's
revenue
market share.
Yeah.
And it's been on the front page of Twitch a few times ahead of Fortnite, and that's always a good barometer for it.
Dude, competition breeds excellence. Honestly.
Whether it maintains this, because everyone thought that everyone's starting to think that Battle Royale, it's like, why get into it now? It's so stupid. Like, you might remember Cliff Bleszinski came out with one which literally lasted a couple of weeks, Radical Heights.
Don't even remember.
Yeah,
that.
so it was in and out. It was like there in a flash.
I think I remember that.
It was so strange. Like his team, Boss Key Studios, they made this other great game which people actually really enjoyed. The ones who played it, Lawbreakers, but it was like a hero type shooter, not unlike Overwatch. Unfortunately, that just didn't do well enough. So I think they turned off the servers for that, and then their last ditch effort to make a game was Radical Heights, and that crashed and burned. So
damn,
unfortunate for him, because Cliff, like he brought us the Gears of War franchise, and pretty much was behind. He was behind the initial
was he
success
doing
of
Realm Royale? Because that's doing pretty well.
Is it?
Hi-Res Studios. Who's Hi-Res?
No, I don't know. Apex Legends, I think, it's free to play as well, which is the key, which is like why, very easy to get in that way. And I personally think, like, if you want like a proper shooter, like I've never been a fan of Fortnite's kind of like very basic mechanics, like just like third person. If like it feels like a free to play game, Apex Legends feels like a game you'd buy.
Have you played it?
Yeah.
It's good?
Yeah, I think it's good. I'm personally still not a huge fan of the Battle Royale genre, but for those who are, because I know you got heaps into Fortnite. Like if you get people together for it, it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, awesome.
But yes.
Last thing on the to-do list for the news of the week, Dools. Let's talk about the Oscars for a sec.
Ooh.
So early in the week, the Oscars came out saying that there was, I think, 4 categories in total that they were going to present the awards during the commercial break. To which Hollywood and the world responded in an uproar.
I knew this would happen. I knew, not the uproar, I knew they would backtrack.
Yes.
And,
so it was costume design, it was cinematography, film editing, and something else.
Something sound design?
Sound design, maybe.
Come on, Haz, you don't even have the store out.
Sorry, Dools.
Good God.
So there was petitions that went around that Del Toro, Tarantino, Nolan, they all signed saying this is disgusting.
Yeah, I think it was like an open letter, not one of those fucking change.org petitions which never does anything. I think it was an open letter to the Academy from a lot of their members. Tarantino, Nolan, as you said, Del Toro, just fucking huge names. And I saw this story maybe 2 days ago. So, and I think maybe the Academy only took them 12 hours to go, all right, well,
Yeah, I'm just trying to find...
We'll put it back on.
Seth Rogen's tweet is perfect for it, where he basically said what the stupidest thing to do is... No, he said something like... I'll get it up. But he said that an award show about filmmaking not presenting the people behind the film... Not representing the people behind the film is disgusting.
Yeah.
Which is true. It's true. Like, it doesn't make any sense. And, like, I get they're trying to make this... They're trying to cut down the time of this award show because it always just goes over 3 hours.
The time already is being fucking cut down. They don't have a host. There's no boring fucking monologue. You don't
like the monologues? I like the monologues.
Oh, they're fine. But, fuck, we don't need them.
We don't need them.
So,
right.
Unless it's like Ricky Gervais at the Golden Globes, they are always fucking stellar. They're always hilarious.
Dude, he's so good. Wait, here we go. I got it now. What better way to celebrate achievements in film than to not publicly honor the people whose job it is to literally film things? So true. It's so true. And it got over 12,000 retweets, 84,000 likes. He goes, I wish this tweet riddled with typos. Well, it wasn't riddled with typos. That's funny. But yeah, no, I agree. But I do like the host because it kind of brings a human element to it rather than it's like if they have to have bits still in it, otherwise it's literally just reading off a list.
Real quick, segue. Have you seen this trailer for this new rom-com with Seth Rogen and
Long
Charlize
shot?
Theron?
Yeah, looks good.
Actually looks right.
Looks good. I'll watch it. Again, Seth Rogen's one of those guys that I'll watch because he's in it. Because I like a lot of people disagree with me with this. I think Seth Rogen's a literary genius.
Oh, I mean,
in terms of his writing, in terms of his producing,
he's known for not. He's definitely not like, you know, this incredible actor. But I mean, you know, he's fine in the roles that he plays. He's very much the same kind of person. But that's pretty good.
Thank you.
But no, but he's always got shit going on with like
always
whether it's
Preacher?
his like this guy he collaborates with a lot, Judd Apatow or Evan Goldberg. I think he mostly does a lot of stuff with, whether he's writing, producing, directing. I mean, yeah, he's always got shit going on. Like, I mean, yeah, his production company, I forgot the name, is just huge. So yeah,
I agree. All right, Dools. Oh well. Now after that happened, they've now come out and backflipped and now saying that every award will be televised.
Yes,
which is the right thing to do. Do you also think this point was made to me the other day? Is like, do you reckon they're doing this for like a publicity stunt? Because people like have a little bit of a sour taste in their mouth now about the Kevin Hart scandal with the Oscars.
I feel like unless you're on Twitter or social media looking up this shit, I don't think many people knew about the Kevin Hart
But not
thing.
that many people watch the Oscars anymore.
Yeah, exactly.
But so they had to do something to like really like get the name Oscars out there again.
Maybe.
But I don't think this was the right thing to do if that was right, because it makes them look like douchebags. But good news that they're all being televised now, which is great.
Yeah, I agree.
And cinematography will definitely go to Roma. Speaking of Oscars, Dools, do you want to go into the topic of the week?
I want to do it.
Dools,
give us a jingle house.
It's the topic of the week. Damn it, you beat me. Dools, the topic of the week now, because this is the last episode of More Cops on Duty, the world's #1 podcast in
the very last
movies, gamings, and television. That's being aired before the Oscars come out. We're going to predict the winners of the top of the.
What day are they on?
The 25th of February. So we're going to pick the winners, the big six. So we've got the 4 acting categories, the best director and the best picture, of course. Okay. I'll read out the nominations and we can each go who we think will win, who we would put as winning, who we think we should win.
So 25th our time or their time?
Our time. So it's on the Monday week. Monday week, I think, starts around 11.
Right.
Yeah.
But it would be, unless we record after.
I don't think we'll have any time for that.
Yeah, right. So
this will be the last one before it goes up.
No, I think it'll be the second last. Because we'll have next weekend's will be Sunday, won't it?
Yeah, but that will get released after the Oscars.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
So this is the last one that gets released.
Yes. Yeah.
Before then, yes.
So we won't be able to talk about it until
2 weeks time.
Yeah.
That's fine. Happens. But
I can cut that up.
It's fine. Alright, Dools, should we start from the bottom? So we go supporting actors first, then main actors, then director, and then best picture?
Let's do it.
Alright, have you got a list, or do you want me to read them out?
Yeah, read them out.
Alright, so best supporting actor first, alright? These are the nominations. So we've got Sam Rockwell in Vice.
Okay.
Richard E. Grant in Can You Ever Forgive Me?
Okay.
Sam Elliott in A Star Is Born. Adam Driver in Black Klansman. And Mahershala Ali in Green Book.
Shit.
I know. So who do you think will win out of that?
Oh, dear. I'm torn between Mahershala
Yep.
and Sam Elliott.
2 very good.
I'm gonna lean towards Sam Elliott.
Cool. Awesome. Because I'm going to lean towards Mahershala.
Okay.
So we've already got a little bit of a contest here, Dools, which is
Alright.
good. This is good. But the correct answer of who should have been nominated and win is Timothy Chalamet out of Beautiful Boy. But that's another topic in itself. You know what I mean? All right. So I'm just going to put this down hear that that's my pick, and you think Sam Elliott?
Yeah.
All right, let's...
I think A Star Is Born is not going to win in any other category besides original song, and I think it might get a nod in that area.
Right. Okay. All right, sweet. So Best Actress stalls. We've got nominated for The Favourite, we've got Rachel Weisz. Nominated for The Favourite, we've got Emma Stone.
Sorry, supporting, yep.
Supporting, yes. Nominated for If Beale Street Could Talk, we've got Regina King. Nominated for Roma, we've got Marina Del Tavira. Fucked that name up, I'm so sorry. And nominated for Vice, we've got Amy Adams. Tavira.
Oh, dear.
Marina Del Tavira. Cool. So who do you think, Dools, should win?
Who should win?
Yes. Like, it's your picks.
Again, little torn. Why don't you give me yours first, Az?
I think Amy Adams out of Vice. Like, I think Regina King will win because she's the favourite at the moment. She's got a massive campaign. But who I think should win is Amy Adams out of Vice.
Yeah, Amy's performance sticks out to me more. I mean, Regina King wasn't... She had some great moments,
yes,
but she wasn't in the film a ton.
So you're giving Amy Adams?
Yeah.
Alright, Harry Dools. Boom. Cool. Dools. Should we talk about Best Actor or Actress first?
Why don't we go Best Actress has?
Cool. Best Actress. So we've got Can You Ever Forgive Me with Melissa McCarthy. We've got A Star Is Born, Lady Gaga. We've got The Favourite, Olivia Colman. We've got The Wife, Glenn Close. We've got Roma, Yalitza Aparicio.
Olivia Colman.
I think Olivia Colman as well. I think that Glenn Close will win it, but I think that Olivia Colman should win it.
Nah, Glenn Close is going to get some fucking Lifetime Achievement Award.
She's definitely not, but...
Won't she?
No, because they would have announced that by then. No.
Oh.
But this is about who we think should win as well. So, like, I think we can both agree that they
Dude, she's fucking amazing in it. She has to get it.
Dools, I think we both know who we're both going to pick in this one. Actor in a leading role.
Oh, we both know who... Yeah, we're going to pick. I don't think we agree, though. We've already got the bet down.
That's literally what I said, though, right?
Okay.
Yeah, so Green Book, we've got Viggo Mortensen. In the winning category of Bohemian Rhapsody, we've got Rami Malek. At Eternity's Gate, we've got Willem Dafoe. Star Is Born, we've got Bradley Cooper. And we've got second best Vice, Christian Bale. So, Dools, who do you think will take out the actor in a leading role?
Christian Bale will win it. And I think it was foolish to go with Bohemian Rhapsody. It's not picking up a single thing at the Oscars.
Not one single thing?
No.
Not one single award?
Controversy.
I like it. Okay, fair enough. Well, I'm definitely going to go with Rami Malek for Bohemian Rhapsody. I love Christian Bale in this film, in Vice. I loved everyone. I haven't seen Eternity's Gate yet, but I loved Bradley Cooper in A Star Is Born. I thought he was brilliant.
I think it's out. I saw it was playing at the Dendy. But,
I think that's for previews. Like, they're doing advanced screenings at the moment. I think it comes out in like 2 weeks, I think, for us. Green Book, I thought Viggo Mortensen was excellent in. I thought he was brilliant in Green Book.
Yeah.
But I personally couldn't see anyone stand as tall as Freddie did, played by Rami Malek. So that's why I'm picking
Rami Malek's amazing.
I think we'd both be okay.
He'd be my
with
second
either.
pick, but I mean, Christian Bale, bro, like, fuck.
He was excellent.
No.
Like, if Christian Bale won, like, I'd be buying you a schnitzel dinner, but I'd be happy with the pick of Christian Bale winning Best Actor.
Yeah.
Like, as long as it's not... Like,
I think we agree we're just going out for a fucking schnit if, say, Viggo gets it.
Exactly.
Which I also wouldn't be too upset about.
Wouldn't be too upset.
Whatever.
Alright, Dools. Best Director. I think this is the easiest one of the whole night. Adam McKay for Vice. Alfonso Cuarón for Roma. How do you pronounce that, Dools?
Yorgos Lanthimos.
Holy shit. Like, I want to give you a round of applause right now. For The Favourite, how do you pronounce that?
That's right, baby. Haz, I'm going to throw it over to you.
That's Powell Pawlowski. For Cold War. That's
Polakowski.
Pawlowski. And Spike Lee for Black Klansman. Dools, who do you think...
Just before you get into it, it's racist if you don't pick Spike Lee. Please, go ahead.
It's also racist if you don't pick Alfonso Cuarón. So that's why I'm going for Alfonso Cuarón, Dools. Are you going Spike Lee?
No. Ooh. I guess it is Alfonso, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah.
So you going Alfonso?
Yep.
Going Alfonso. Last choice?
Yes.
Harry... Sorry, I'm just writing this down. Do you see anything else as worthy of it, though? Like, who do you think might be the underdog?
Actually, I don't know what you mean by easiest, because, I mean, just because, you know, he won at...
Every other award show?
Yeah. Did he win Best Director
every single one?
Yeah, well, I mean, the Oscars, I feel like they've always thrown us curveballs in the past. Best Director, I guess, is reliable. Best Picture, though, that's going to be hard to pick.
Because Best Picture, they score it a different way than every other category. Every other category is like most votes towards. Best Picture is like the least amount of downvotes or something. It's something weird like that. That's why it's the hardest to predict. But Dools, we're going to predict it. For Best Picture, we've got nominated Vice. We've got nominated A Star Is Born, Roma, Green Book, The Favourite, Bohemian Rhapsody, Black Klansman, and Black Panther. Dools, who do you think will take this bad boy out? Silence.
Vice.
You think Vice is going to take it out?
Yep.
Cool. That's a good pick. It's a good pick. I like to think of it like this, right? What's the film that everyone is going to at least like, right? Because that's what's going to take it out.
Star Is Born.
I'm not going to nominate Star Is Born. Who I think...
It's not going to be Bohemian Rhapsody.
I'm not going to put Bohemian Rhapsody.
I don't think it'll be Green Book either.
I'm putting Green Book. I think Green Book's the one movie here that everyone, like, at bare minimum, likes. That's why I think that it has the biggest shot to win. I think that any of these films can fucking win, though.
Except one.
The Favourite. But I think, honestly, dude, any of these films can fucking win.
Yeah.
And, which is awesome for this year in cinema, or last year in cinema. But this is why Best Picture is always so hard to fucking predict.
Yeah.
But I like Vice very much almost the same as Green Book, that you can't really say you didn't like Vice, as you can't really say you didn't like Green Book.
Yeah.
So I reckon those have the biggest shots to win. So I'm going Green Book, you're going Vice. We'll check back in a couple of weeks, Dools, with some...
It's going to be interesting. It's going to be very interesting.
So, Dools, what do you expect from this year's Oscars to close us out?
I'm interested to see how they deal with the lack of hosts. I mean, we've heard the rumors that to fill the void, they're just getting a bunch of high profile guest announcers or presenters, I should say. So there's the cool rumor that they're just getting the Avengers all together to present. I don't know, maybe best special effects for Infinity War. That could be cool. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. So I don't think the lack of a host will mean anything. I don't think it's going to matter at all. So, but I'm interested to see how it all plays out.
I'm curious. I'm very curious. But Dools, do you have any movies that you want to see in the next week?
In the next week, there's a bunch of stuff out, isn't there? I mean, I know you want to see Happy Death Day 2.
Yes.
To you.
It's getting great reviews. I adored the first, and I really feel like you'd like it. And I really think that we should watch it maybe tonight, if you're free. That's me asking. Maybe. I'm just looking up what's coming out this Thursday, because that's when movies come out. Stan and Ollie is coming out this Thursday.
Stan and Ollie, yes.
That looks good. That's the only thing that's coming out this Thursday that we can watch. Cool. I want to see Stan and Ollie. Definitely want to see Happy Death Day 2. But
you get into the Lego Movie has.
Or maybe it's bombing, dude. Did you see that? It got like 70% of what?
I thought it only got like 50.
Oh, was it 50? It might have been 50. 50% of the first film's opening in the US.
Damn.
It halved it.
Damn.
That's big, dude. That's really big drop. People just don't give a fuck about Legos anymore.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's just like, I didn't see... I remember the marketing being fucking nuts for the first one. I just, like, yeah, I don't know. I mean, I guess they were just relying on the fact that the first one did so well that they were just like, oh, dude, people are going to fucking line up to see this. And that's not the case. Oh, Fighting With My Family looks good.
Yeah, so...
that's late March, yeah.
So March we've got, coming out, we've got Captain Marvel, we've got Hotel Mumbai, which looks awesome, by the way. Have you seen the trailer for that?
I think so.
I'll show you the trailer right after this. Fighting With My Family, I really want to see that. Do you want to see that?
Yeah,
I do. Cool, okay. Lego Movie 2, maybe. Dumbo, definitely see that. Us as well. That's gonna be that might be a double feature film there. You know what I mean? Then April we got Pet Sematary. Shazam trailer's coming out next week. By the way, same with Hellboy. We're getting a new Hellboy and Shazam trailer in the next couple of days. Good for the next pod. But dude, April's gonna be hectic. I cannot fucking wait till April. Holy shit! Avengers,
Season 8
Curse for La Llorona, Hellboy, Shazam, Pet Sematary. Good Lord, Dools. Do you want to close us off?
Thanks for stopping by. Sorry, this couldn't be better.